Today we're solving multi-step inequalities. Solving inequalities is the same thing as solving for the solutions of equations. Question number 1. 4 plus 6r minus 4r is less than 12. In simplifying multi-step equations or inequalities, we need to simplify first each side of the equation. So in this problem, we need to simplify first the left side. So simplifying the left side, we have 4 plus 6r minus 4r is 2r. And less than 12. Now we need to do the inverse operations, so we need to subtract 4 to both sides. 4 minus 4 is 0. Left side now is 2r, less than 12 minus 4 is 8. Now we divide both sides by 2, so r is less than 4. To graph this inequality, r is less than 4 means that 4 is open circle because 4 is not part of the solution. Since r is less than 4, this means the arrow is pointing to the left. So anything that's left side of 4. Question number 2. Negative 24 is less than or equal to 8x minus 2x. In this problem, we will simplify first the right side, 8x minus 2x, which is 6x. So we now have negative 24 less than or equal to 6x. Now we need to divide both sides by 6. So negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4, less than or equal to 1x. If negative 4 is less than or equal to x, this is the same thing as x is greater than or equal to negative 4. When rewriting this inequality, negative 4 is less than or equal to x, make sure that you also switch the inequality. To graph this inequality, negative 4 is part of the solution, so negative 4 is a solid circle. Since x is greater than or equal to negative 4, this means that the solution set to this inequality is to the right side of negative 4, so negative 4 going to the right. Question number 3. 1 minus x minus 4x is greater than 1 plus 7x. First, we need to simplify the left side by combining like terms. So we have 1, negative x minus 4x is the same thing as negative 5x, greater than 1 plus 7x. I will isolate all the variables on the left and the constants on the right side. So first, I will do the inverse of plus 7x, which is minus 7x. Simplifying this, we have 1, negative 5x minus 7x is minus 12x, greater than 1. And 7x minus 7x is 0. Next, we need to subtract 1 to both sides. 1 minus 1 is 0. So now we have negative 12x is greater than 0. Dividing both sides by negative 12, 0 divided by any number is 0. And don't forget, when you're dividing by a negative number or multiplying by a negative number, you need to switch the inequality sign. So instead of greater, this becomes now less than 0. So this means that 0 is not part of the solution, so 0 is an open circle. Since x is less than 0, this means that the solutions are the numbers on the left side of 0, so all the negative numbers. So the arrow is pointing to the left. Question number 4. Negative 14 plus 3x is greater than negative 2x plus 4 plus 2x. In this problem, we need to simplify first the right side. So I will keep the negative 14 plus 3x greater than negative 2x plus 2x is 0, so that means right side is just 4. Isolating the x on the left side, we need to do the inverse of negative 14, which is plus 14 to both sides of the inequality. Negative 14 plus 14 is 0. So now we bring down the 3x greater than 4 plus 14 is 18. Now we need to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have 1x is greater than 18 divided by 3 is 6. Now let's graph this inequality. Since x is greater than 6, this means that 6 is not part of the solution. So this means that the solution set are greater than 6. So that means from 6 to the right. Anything that's more than 6. Question number 5. 96 is greater than or equal to negative 4 times the quantity 3b minus 8 plus 4b. So in this problem, we need to simplify first the right side. So let's copy the 96 greater than or equal to. Now we need to distribute the negative 4 to the parentheses. Negative 4 times 3b is negative 12b. Negative 4 times negative 8, that's positive 32. And then copy 4b. Now let's simplify the right side further. 96 greater than or equal to negative 12b plus 4b is negative 8b plus 32. Now we need to do the inverse of plus 32, which is minus 32 to both sides. 96 minus 32 is 64, greater than or equal to negative 8b. Now we need to divide both sides by negative 8. 64 divided by negative 8 is negative 8. Negative 8b divided by negative 8 is positive 1b. Since we divide both sides by negative 8, then we have to switch the inequality sign, and that becomes now less than or equal to. So we have negative 8 is less than or equal to b. This inequality is the same thing as b is greater than or equal to negative 8. Since b is greater than or equal to negative 8, this means negative 8 is part of the solution, so it's a solid circle. It is greater than or equal to, so this means that we need the numbers to the right side of negative 8. So this is the graph of b is greater than or equal to negative 8. Question number 6. 6 minus 4 times the quantity 1 plus 7b is less than 198. First, we need to simplify the left side by distributing the negative 4. So now we have 6 minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Negative 4 times 7b is minus 28b, less than 198. Simplifying the left side further, 6 minus 4 is 2, minus 28b is less than 198. Now we need to subtract 2 to both sides of the inequality. 2 minus 2 is 0. We have negative 28b is less than 196. Now we need to divide both sides by negative 28. Negative 28 divided by negative 28 is 1, so we now have positive 1b. 196 divided by negative 28 is negative 7. Since we're dividing by negative, this means that we need to switch the inequality sign. Less than becomes greater than. So now we have b is greater than negative 7. To graph this inequality, negative 7 is an open circle because that's not part of the solution. Since b is greater than negative 7, this means that the arrow is going to the right. Question number 7. Negative 7 times the quantity r plus 5 greater than negative 7r minus 36. First, let's simplify the left side by doing distributive property. Negative 7 times r is negative 7r. Negative 7 times 5, we have negative 35. Greater than negative 7r minus 36. Now, let's isolate the variable r's on the left side. So the inverse of minus 7r is plus 7r. So we need to add 7r to both sides. Simplifying this, negative 7r plus 7r is 0. So left side is negative 35 greater than negative 7r plus 7r is also 0 and greater than negative 36. Is this inequality true? Since negative 35 is indeed greater than negative 36, this means that this is a true equation. Since this is a true inequality, this means that r can be any all real numbers. This means that any value of r that you will substitute, this will make the inequality true. So the graph of this inequality is the whole number line, meaning anything will work when you plug it into the r. Question number 8. Negative 8 minus 2x greater than negative 8 times the quantity 1 minus 7x. For the left side, we will just copy negative 8 minus 2x. For the right side, we need to distribute the negative 8 first. So we have negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 7x, that's positive 56x. I will isolate the variable on the left side, so I will do minus 56x on both sides of these equations. So now we have negative 8, negative 2x minus 56x is negative 58x, greater than negative 8, 56x minus 56x is 0. Now we need to add 8 to both sides. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0. Now we have negative 58x is greater than 0. Now we need to divide both sides by negative 58. So the value of x is less than 0. Again, you need to switch the inequality because you're dividing by negative. To graph the inequality, x is less than 0. 0 is an open circle because it's not included in the solution. And since it is less than, this means that the solution set includes anything to the left side of 0. Question number 9. Negative times the quantity negative 6n plus 8 minus 3 times the quantity 1 plus 4n greater than or equal to negative 7n plus n. Let's simplify first both sides of the inequality. Distributing the negative, we have positive 6n minus 8. Now we need to distribute the negative 3. We have minus 3 minus 12n. And the right side, greater than or equal to negative 7n plus n is negative 6n. Simplifying the left side further, combining like terms 6n minus 12n is negative 6n. Negative 8 minus 3 is minus 11, greater than or equal to negative 6n. Now let's add 6n to both sides. Simplifying this, negative 6n plus 6n is 0. We have negative 11 greater than or equal to 0. Is this a true inequality? It is not. So this means in this problem, there is no solution. So the graph is just empty because there's no value of n that will make this inequality true. Question number 10. Negative 7x minus 8x is greater than negative 3 times the quantity x plus 8 plus 2 times the quantity 1 minus 5x. The left side can be combined as negative 15x greater than. Now we need to distribute the negative 3, so we have negative 3x minus 24. We also need to distribute the 2, so we have plus 2 minus 10x. Now let's simplify the right side further. Combining like terms, negative 3x minus 10x, that's negative 13x. Negative 24 plus 2 is negative 22. Now we need to do the inverse of negative 13x, which is plus 13x to both sides. Negative 15x plus 13x is negative 2x, greater than negative 13x plus 13x is 0. We have minus 22 on the right. Now we need to divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so we have 1x. Negative 22 divided by negative 2 is positive 11. Since we're dividing by a negative number, then this means we need to switch the greater than into a less than. So the final answer is x is less than 11. To graph this inequality, 11 is an open circle because that's not part of the solution. X is less than 11, so this means that the solution set will be anything lower than 11, so the left side of 11. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing to my channel at Celzo Academy.